There is a myth about dopamine is that it is toxic, bad, evil. All these self-help gurus project dopamine as a bad thing. But dopamine is not bad, like the dopamine detox trend would make us think. Because you need dopamine, I need dopamine. It is the food for our brain which gives us pleasure when exercising, reading a book, and doing any mental and physical activity. Because of dopamine, we human invented new things and explored the world. And what you should pay attention to is not about dopamine, but about the source of it. That what activity is giving you the dopamine high. Pleasure is not the problem. Dopamine is not the problem. Too much pleasure without any physical and mental effort to achieve dopamine is the problem. And today, almost 75% of young people are addicted to some kind of meaningless habits because it fills their mind with dopamine with less effort. And I was one of them who was addicted to many bad habits. Yes, but the day I realized that these habits are just making my life worse by impacting my brain's ability to function, I decided to replace them with the meaningful habits. And I started with the basic things that we hear in most videos on self-improvement. I made a timetable. I started to wake up early, meditate, exercise. But I see no results. I was still stuck in the cycle of consuming cheap dopamine. After a few days of analyzing the problem and reflecting on why I'm still attached to these bad habits, one day some questions popped into my mind. Why am I living? What is the purpose of my life? These questions left me blank. Your values are what gives direction to your life. Do you value nap more than binge watching? Do you value an educational and informative video more than reels? Your values are what makes all the difference. Because your values controls your attention, and the pleasure you get from spending attention leads you to form a habit. The moment you start valuing the right things, you start forming new habits. We would have heard about anti-vision. In this we write about our future, but in a negative way, and opposite to our dream. For creating an anti-vision, take out your notebook. Yes, right now. And write down every single thing that you do not want in this life. What do you not want to look like? What do you not want your future to be? And when you look at the anti-vision after creating it, you will feel uncomfortable. And you should feel uncomfortable too with the possibility of where you can end up in your life if you don't heal your mind from the damage done by the cheap dopamine. And I know by thinking about it, you will be feeling a little stress if you're serious about your future. But you cannot deny the fact that you are going on the wrong direction if you see yourself as one who is addicted to cheap dopamine.